Yeah. What up, family? It's your boy Fully MATIC, and I'm back with another NBA talk for you. Today's talk will be on the finals that are currently going on. Today is Game 3. The series is tied 2-2, and we're in Oakland tonight for the first game. Unfortunately, KD's still out. That's Kevin Durant for the people that don't know. And Klay Thompson is questionable. We don't know if he will play today, but we'll see. Hopefully he does. My prediction, if he doesn't, Steph is going to get exposed. But more of that coming. Let's get in the paint. All right, so game 1 was a crazy game. The Raptors took game 1. But let's talk about the Warriors for a second. In game 1, Steph had 34 points. Boogie only played 8 minutes and he had 3 points. But Draymond had a triple-double, 10, 10, and 10. I feel as if on the Warriors side of things, they didn't know what to expect. It was almost like, let's just go into this game, see what they got, and we'll game plan for game 2, which, the Warriors are a great team, so they were able to keep it close. It seemed like in that game, every time they made a run, the Rockets, the Raptors would just punch back and make another run, and they didn't really. I think the Warriors got up 1 or 2, but the Raptors didn't let it go any farther from there. Kawhi had 23, Siakam had 32, and Marc Gasol had 20 points. Kyle Lowry, now he only had 7 points, but he had 9 assists in game 1. I feel as if I've always said this, Kyle Lowry, you need to step it up. We need to see like 20 points, 10 assists from you, something like that. That is going to be the game changer. I feel as if you do that, y'all are going to win off top regardless. If Steph really has to run around and play defense on you, that's a big thing. And then if you are contributing like that, yes, you get assists, you play defense well, you get your charges, but you're in foul trouble. So at least at the end of game 2, you weren't even able to play because you fouled out. I want to also give a shout out to Fred VanVleet. I hope I'm saying that right. He's been coming on strong. First game, he, hit some huge shots. Second game, he played well, even though they didn't come out on top. One thing that I am saying is the Warriors. They're the Warriors. They're the 2-time defending champs. They're not going to be easy to beat at all. So, let's settle down a little bit, Raptors. Come together and see what we can do. You're away in this game 3. So, y'all really have to put a complete game together, everybody. And for the fact that KD is out and Klay is questionable, y'all have to go at these boys hard this game. I feel as if this is the game that will take a lot of pressure off of you, even if KD does come back in game 4. It's just one of those games. It's a scary game. If y'all lose, it's so much pressure on you. If you win, you can sit back a little bit, collect your thoughts, and then get ready for game 4. But I just feel as if y'all lose this game, the series is over. Period. Alright, so getting back to the action that has previously happened. In game 2, it was a little different for the Warriors. One thing that's the biggest difference looking back at the stats and everything like that, instead of 8 minutes, Boogie actually played 27. He had 11 points and 10 rebounds. That's a huge difference, having him on the court, having him as somebody that is a big body in the paint, just who Boogie Cousin is, DeMarcus Cousins is as a player. Having him on the court like that was great for the Warriors. Even though they lost Steph towards the end of the game, I feel as if it was, kind of more of a team game. The game 1, Steph, even though Draymond did have the triple-double, which that's just Draymond, Steph had most of the points, or at least when they were fouling him, he got to the line and he hit every single free throw. So that's one of the big differences in the Warriors game plan from game 1 to game 2. Along with that, Draymond almost had another triple-double. He had 17, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Klay had 25 points, and Steph dropped in his points production to 23. I feel as if this game for Steph, even if they don't win this, he's going to have a big scoring game in game 3. So watch out for that. And then I think Boogie is going to continue doing what he can. If he can stay on the floor for 27 minutes, why change that, especially after you guys got the win? Iggy, it was crazy that he hit that last shot. He had 5 points before he ended the game with 8. He had 5 points before that shot. But that's how you know it's a system. As long as you're playing well and playing as a team, it's all about can you hit the shots. And that's one of the things I like in basketball. It doesn't matter how the game goes. You got to make the shots. That's a skill that regardless of any other, you can play defense, everything like that. But on a point in time, you're not going to win the game unless you score and make your shots. And so that's what it is. Going to the Raptors of game 2, even though it was close at the end, they were up at half. And what I said to my brother I was watching the game with is, watch out for this third quarter. Everyone knows that you cannot call a game until after the... Actually, with the Warriors, you can't call a game until it hits 0-0. They can score 9 to 12 to 15 points within minutes. They can have it within minutes, and they can have it spread that point production spread throughout their whole team. Clay can hit a couple threes. Steph can hit a couple threes. Draymond might hit a 3 or 2. You know, Quinn Cook, he's been cooking up. I'm just saying, but Quinn Cook, he actually saved that game for the Warriors last game. He hit them late. He had 3 threes late, and they were splashed. Nothing but net. It was crazy. And so with the Warriors, you got to be careful with that. I think that the defense that Toronto is playing right now, it's something that the Warriors haven't seen over a long haul. They only played 2 games because of the East and West. But that defense is kind of getting to them. Another thing with game 2, Kawhi had 32 points and 14 rebounds. He was 16 for 16 at the line, and Fred VanVleet was the only other player over 15 points. You guys aren't going to win, even though it was only a 5-point differential. You got to step that up. You got to get scoring from multiple places. If it's just coming from one person, especially with the Raptors, it's hard to it's hard to get buckets because the other team knows what you're doing, and this team, the 2-time defending champs, they're a great defensive team, and so you got to watch out for that. Spread out the scoring, because then the team that you're playing doesn't know who the ball is going to go to or who's going to get the ball to put it in the basket. That's one of the biggest things. I got to come with it. The scoring was spread out, but the fact that only one other person had over 15 points, it's not how you guys are going to win. Game 1, you had at least 3 players over 20 points. So you see the difference in that game. The Warriors scored the exact same amount of points from game 1 to game 2, which was 109. You guys dropped off about 10 points. You see where I'm going with that. So those are just some of the observations I made. Before, or actually during the first quarter of game 1, I called it. Raptors in 6. I'm still sticking with that, and that's one of the other reasons why I say the Raptors, y'all gotta come with it this game. If you take the pressure off you, going back to Oracle Arena for game 4 is gonna be so much better for y'all, I guarantee. My prediction for tonight, Raptors are gonna take game 3 because they know. Not only do I know, they know they need to take game 3 to even have a chance of getting that 6-6. If they don't, they got to win 3 straight. And so it's going to be hard. If y'all don't win this game, it's going to be hard to beat the Warriors 6 game or 3 games straight if you really want that. If you really want that championship, you can't continue to give the Warriors any chances. And I feel as if it's going to be that much harder if you're down in the series versus if you're up and or continue to go back and forth with the wins. If you go back and forth with wins, guess who comes out on top? The Toronto Raptors. And that's fully MATIC. That's MATIC Hoops. I'm out. Please leave a comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and give me a like. Let me know what you think the series is going to end up being, who's going to win, and how they're going to win. Fully out. Peace.